bright and early. 12:30 p.m. That's early for me. Early for me. And highlight on the word bright. It is very bright outside. This is gonna be a little out of order because I had 2 videos for sure that I need to upload before this one, but this is day 35. So technically this one, in chronological order, this one should be after day 34. But yeah. Anyways, dude, do you hear this? Listen to the song. This came on yesterday when I was trying to talk about, when I just was thinking about like how thankful I was for the people that I met in my life at certain times. Basically, like, you know, the right people coming in during the right times, which I just felt very grateful for. It's very strange, you know? This song freaking came on when I was trying to talk about it in the car, and like I said, I was already like in a heightened emotional stage just from all the emotional releases I've had recently, just with random shiz. And I was just like, yeah, I can't, like, I cannot talk about this right now with this song playing, like, so, but the song's really good. I like it a lot. Anyways, we're on the way to the gym. There's no way I'd be going to the gym at this time of day normally, because I normally sleep until like early afternoon, like 2 p.m. or something, because I go to sleep very late. I'm a night owl, you know, hoot hoot. But today I have a pop-up event, so I need to leave, I think at the latest, and it will be pushing a little bit, I need to leave my apartment at 3:30. So, my freaking camera battery keeps dying. It died yesterday, it died again today, so that's not even like a full day's of use. But, you know, I guess that's what I get for purchasing off, you know, knockoff batteries, because I don't want to spend the money on the real ones off Amazon. But anyways, like I was saying, I gotta leave by 3:30, and that's still a little pushing it, but I need to do this beforehand. I need to go to the gym beforehand, because I know after the pop-up, I'm not gonna wanna work out. Like, I'm gonna have been in the heat all day, sweating, possibly working, depending on how busy it is, you know? And so once I get home, it's gonna be like 10 p.m., if not later. I'm gonna have to eat, and yeah, I'm not gonna wanna go to the gym after all that. So I'm going now, trying to do my due diligence, at least with the training. Today's back day, which is going to be good because I didn't do the Romanian deadlifts yesterday for the hamstrings because my legs were just effing gone. Yeah, and I was dehydrated and the gym was closing. So it'll be good to get a little bit of hamstring activation with these rack pulls today. But yeah, we're not gonna have that much time. I have like an hour, 20, hour 30, but that should actually be enough to do the back day. Back is one of the points that I'm most trying to bring up, or that I most tried to bring up during the, it's weird to say off season because I've technically been on off season my whole life. But yeah, just knowing that I wanted to do a competition for like a year, back was definitely the thing that I wanted to bring up the most, because it's like a thing in the bodybuilding community, but Asian people have pretty good legs and very good skin, but their backs are typically a bit lacking in terms of like depth and etc. Especially natural bodybuilding, your back's not going to be that thick anyways, so it's just extra bad. So I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's like a, I don't know, an actual like ethnic genetic thing, or if it's just like just not knowing how to train it. Although granted, of course, if you know how to train it, it's gonna get a little better. So I think mine has improved, but it's very important to, one, hold on to as much as possible during the cut, and two, to pose right. Because if you don't have, what I've noticed is, even if you have it, if you can't pose it, it doesn't look like you have it. So that's why I'm practicing posing a lot. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the gym in about 10 minutes. 12:37 right now. Okay, maybe it turns out that it wasn't the battery that was dead, and it was actually that the memory card space was full. Anyways, back day today, so we just need the belt. I got my double water bottles, because one is with some CDX carb powder, clustered extraction powder from Hostile Supplements, which I think is definitely the best supplement company out there. And it's a little bit like a fourth of a serving of the Bloodshot, because that's their non-stim pump product. Oh shit. Because I don't like taking like a full scoop of anything, because I'm not that big. Like, I don't weigh nearly as much, so I only take half a serving at a time, and I put half in my like pre-workout drink, and then I'm doing half of my half serving in the intra workout. But yep, here we go. I think it's about like 12:40 or 12:50, so we have like an hour 30. Alright, so now it's back to extra important to do this warm routine. So I'm gonna record my full warm-up. It's pretty short, but it releases my spinal. So yep.
He'll be fine. He's smart. He gets it.
Yeah, so that's the warm-up routine I do every time before I work out, just to like loosen up the back, loosen up the spine, because it's definitely not good to have a tight lower back whenever you're doing anything, really, because you gotta brace your core and stuff. Anyways, and so I'll do 16 reps total for each of those movements, like 8 on each side, because you know it's like side to side, so it's 8 aside for 16 total on all those movements, 4 movements total, and that's how I start off the day. On shoulder day, chest day, there's a bonus like band warm up to really get the shoulders ready to go. And then on leg day, as you may have seen, in day 34, I have like a lacrosse ball. But I actually didn't show exactly what I do, so I'll probably do that next time. But they were a little bit of a time crunch. Say I have an hour and 15 from now. So the first exercise we're doing is this. I'm doing like, it's like a pullover, but it's like ISO pullover because I'm using this fly machine. And I talked about like one of my hacks for this specific exercise is to grip the handle like this. Alright, before my camera so rudely died, battery died after this time, grip the handle like this, and then do your pull down. So I always do this before my main back movement of number 1, because this is not too taxing, but it gets you kind of ready and warmed up to go. So I will now demonstrate this exercise. I really need to get my magnetic tripod back, because this is kind of weird. Better claim a rack now before they're all taken up. Oh, 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 gone. Let me grab one of these. Grab one of these right here. All right, so this is my setup. I got that plate there because there's not a perfect pin level for me. Like, I like to have the bar right at my knees, if not like slightly below, but the further lower it is below your knees, like the more lower back hamstrings you get, and I'm not trying to like dominate those sections. I like to use, or I've been using like the exercise to try to basically thicken up the upper back, because there is something to be said about isometric movements, as in just holding the weight, because it's not like you're doing a huge motion with your upper back on rack pulls. You know, at the very end you like kind of flex back and squeeze a bit, but like holding the just massive amount of weight and coming up and maintaining posture, I feel like that is going to build some thickness. I mean, my back has gotten better, so I don't know. It used to be decent whenever I was using rack pulls when I was in Japan, and I stopped doing rack pulls. And when I started again, I was like, okay, things are looking better. So I've really been trying to excel at my rack pulls and not doing low reps. Like I used to do like 6 reps. Now I'm trying to do like 10 to 12 reps on rack pulls. Heavy. Keep the death note sheet, by the way. I'm just warming up. I'm just gonna do one warm set right here real quick. That was the actual warm-up, the 8 rep warm-up, and now I'll just be doing acclimation sets, basically letting my body get used to the weight. So I'll be moving up in platage. I'll do like 2 plates, 2.5 plates, 3, 3.5, 4, and then my main weight. So, here we go. 107 heart rate at the moment, fat burn zone, burning fat. All right, starting to get heavy, but we still haven't reached terminal load yet. But it's time to bust out the straps, these Hostile straps. The nice padding. HosstileSupps.com. I have no discount code. I just like them, so I always advertise them. But yeah, we'll be doing this 405, last acclimation set, and then 4 plates and a 10 for the main set. All right, here we go. So 4 and a 10, we're gonna go for 2 sets of 10, maybe, or at least 1 set of 10, and we might have to back off if it feels necessary. Didn't get the best sleep last night. Also, this is within 24 hours of yesterday's leg workout, so clearly not gonna be fully recovered yet. But yep, always remember to bring protection, guys. You never know what's gonna happen. Okay, so what Brian and I were talking about in day 34 at one point about touching your top set is this is going to be my max weight for the day. I just did it for 1 rep just so I can feel what the weight is like. Then I'm going to take like a 1 to 2 minute break, and then I'm going to do my main set, because after touching the weight once, my body's going to be used to it. It's not going to be surprised like, oh, this is the weight and we're doing reps of it. It's going to be ready to go. And also, yeah, definitely just holding this weight, doing these rack pulls, I can feel straight in the middle of my back, the rhomboids, the traps, you know, which is the section that I need the most. You know, doing the teres and other upper back muscles, mine's not that bad. It's that center of the back that Asians lack. All right, here we go. Here we go. Actually felt surprisingly strong there. I mean, like, I got a little bit of a head fog right now because of my lack of sleep, but I didn't feel too bad once I started. I was actually very clean. But you'll know, I know I'm a little bit more tired if I'm like kind of dropping the weight a little bit, like slamming it a little bit down on the racks. But I try to be very conscious of controlling it and like controlling on the way down, because that's where you're really gonna get that, where I get that isometric, you know, like bearing the weight and keeping muscles in the right posture. That's what really activates them. That was pretty good. I'm gonna do one more set of that for 10, and that'll be it for the rack pulls. All right, so now we're on to the wide grip upper handles, hammer strength row. This one's very important for me as well to grow that middle of the back, because before I used to, one thing that I changed a lot is actually, I used to kind of go a little faster, but now I really control the downward motion, and you're gonna feel like a different type of soreness if you actually do it that way. But now a big difference is once I get to the end range, I'm really rounding my back, so I can feel the stretch in the middle of my back, the rhomboids, traps, lower traps, because I want to go that part. And then almost to initiate the motion, I don't start from like the rear delts, teres area. I'm actually like trying to feel the middle of my back, the rhomboids, traps activate first and go from there almost. So that's what I'm really focusing on here. 3 plates is probably going to be the max. So I used to do more than this, but I couldn't really engage the way I wanted to. So I got some advice to really get that stretch and squeeze at the end, really drive the elbows back. So let's see what this looks like. That last step was a little troll, but the ones leading up to that, were pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at this mid-workout pump real quick. Let's see what the back's looking like. You can kind of see it there. Maybe if I do a little bit of this. There we go. Not bad. Not even the good quality camera. Let me see here real quick. 35, 12. The next exercise, we're gonna do the same. We're gonna stay on the same machine. We're gonna do the hammer strength low row. 160. So put a 25 on it. Yeah, it should be a little easier. So I'm gonna show you the way I do this one. So when I sit in the machine, I feel like I just can't really dig into my lat, no matter how high I put the seat or whatever. It just feels like I'm gonna activate my upper back with the teres area, maybe some rear delt. But when I stand in this one, I can really get to that end range, dig it low, like it's like I'm bringing my elbow down to my pockets or something. And the thing is, this machine is really good because see how the weight starts way at the bottom here? So even when you stand and you pull it all the way back, the weight, look, the weight's starting here, and when you stand and pull it all the way back, like it's starting like this, and when you stand and pull all the way back, it ends up here. Some machines, the weight starts right here, so when you pull back, as soon as the weight gets to here, there's no resistance anymore, and it can almost tip over on you. But the hammer strength machine, unless you're standing like way far back, which is inappropriate, then you never lose pressure. There's always weight pulling you back down this way, if that makes sense. As is a little bit of physics for you. These machines are all physics, you know what I'm saying? Okay, probably the last exercise we're doing today. I'm gonna use the upper handles on this hoist lat pull down, and I'm going extra wide. I used to think that it didn't really do anything, but really when you pull inwards, I really feel the top of the lat, and I'm trying to get more of like a swoop for the back double bicep. So I've been like testing this like wider grip and straight up and down, not leaning back, because that's like a teres pull down. I'm like really trying to engage the upper area of my lats. This is all like instinctual and feel, so we'll see. But so far, it's been feeling good. And it's gonna be the last exercise, like I said. I think that's enough because I have 2 back days in a week. Today's like that heavy, more thickness day, and then the next day was gonna be more pull down type of movements. Starting to think I need a bigger memory card. You can come back to the camera and it's stopped because it's out of memory, not because that battery. But you got enough of that. You know what I'm saying? I think you saw enough of that. Alright, workout complete. That's not bad. I feel like this kind of workout where it's like shorter but intense and getting to the point is probably more beneficial to me, because I've always had the issue of overdoing it. Like I'll do like 7 back exercises, you know? Like I used to, if you watch my very old videos when I started training in Japan, I would do like 7 back exercises, like 3 to 4 sets a piece. And that's probably too much, and you're not gonna build too much size if you tear it down too much. So nowadays I've reduced everything to 2 sets max, basically, except for like very small accessories. I might still do the old 3 sets, but mostly it's all 2 sets and then done. So that was pretty good. I probably would have done maybe like a middle, just like lat general row if I got to do another exercise, but we're running a little low on time, and honestly the job was accomplished. And I think I just realized something, like doing this 2 days in a row, back on the camera, just vlogging my day. You know, when I was in Japan way back in the day, like 8 years ago or whatever it was now, and I started doing this, I think a big part of it was, you know, I lived in a rural area where there's not really anybody. Well, at first being there, I didn't know anybody, you know, and in a rural area where it's like not that many people, you don't meet people that easily either, especially people your age. People my age at the time, when I was like very early 20s, they're trying to get out of the rural area, you know? They're trying to go to the city where there's more hustle and bustle, because as a young 20-year-old, that's what you want to do. You want to meet people, have opportunities, and you don't really get that in the country, you know, which is where I lived. And oh man, upper lip sweat. No, but seeing as that's how it was, I didn't really have anybody to talk to at the time, you know? And I think at that time, like picking up the camera and just talking to it, it almost felt like I was talking to somebody, you know what I mean? And then eventually it actually became like that because people started engaging on the YouTube and things like that. But at first, I think for me, it really did help just to feel like I was talking to somebody. And right now, I kind of got that sensation again. I think I realized, so random, like, I think I realized I just need to talk to somebody. You know, like in silence completely, unless I'm distracted by like playing PC games or something. It's like I need to have freaking, I just like to talk, you know, to somebody, like interact. Anyway, like just talking to the camera feels like I'm doing that, even though technically it's not exactly like that. Anyways, that was the back day. I by the way, there was not really a good angle. Like the camera had to be way too close to do the back posing, and from like way down below, looking upwards at the back just doesn't look good. It's like all shadows. Tomorrow I should be able to get some good actual posing, and tomorrow is the day for my posing update. 5-week physique posing updates. I missed week 4. That was my fault, but I was kind of like not in town, so it's kind of difficult. But yeah, we'll be doing that tomorrow. So this might be the end of the video. Back day, pretty good. I was freaking sweating my ass off, and I do feel depleted because I didn't eat before that. I had a protein shake, and I had the carb powder, the CDX, during the workout. But that's only 25 grams of carbs, so that's all, and I didn't even finish drinking it. So that's all I had so far today. So I'm gonna need to eat something.